Alright, so I'm actually recording this right after I recorded my review for this one, so the benchmarks are still running from that previous review. I was saying I didn't recommend the Stylo 6. This is the Revelry, which is the video is about. You can see this one's not even halfway done from my previous video, and this one is just about to finish. I ran the same test on the A71 and my Note 10 Plus. There's a drastic price difference in these phones. The Note 10 is about $1,000, $716, $25. The A71 is 600-ish, maybe 650, and 606, 203. This guy's 252, but you're not really getting much for that phone. It doesn't run very well, as you can tell. This Revelry has been a fantastic phone. They do sell an OtterBox for it, which we used. Other than the screen being a little small, for my liking, you may like that one. This is the Revelry Plus. I'm just leaving this test to keep running, but other than the screen being a little small, and it has my notch, of course, which I don't mind the teardrop notch. I actually kind of like the teardrop notch better than whatever this thing is. So there you go. We're about to finish this test, right? So $275. So again, drastic difference, but it's also half the price of this phone. Yeah. So the multi-core score is pretty solid. As you can see, we're at 1823 here and 1241 here. I don't pretend to know what these numbers mean, but price-wise, I mean, if you're just comparing them, the same app, Geekbench 5, through all these phones, it's pretty great. This phone has been primarily in the OtterBox, and we got the liquid screen covering thing. It doesn't have any issues. Fingerprints, of course, and some lint, I guess. But there's no scratches, no breaks, and it's been used by a teenager that was 15, I guess. Yeah, I think he was 15, turned 16 while having it. And he's not great with not tearing shit up. He's already scratched the watch I gave him. It's just held up really good. It's hardly have any problems. If you look at the software updates, you see the software updates is on the June 1st security patch. If you look at the brand new, only been out for like a week or two, Samsung Galaxy A71, it is also on the June 1st security patch. And if you look at my Note 10, it is also on this June 1st security patch, and so is the LG V60 that I'm using. So this almost a year old $300 phone is right up there with security patches. It's just just held up great. I can't recommend this phone enough. This is I have multiple videos showing the device. It's basically a Motorola, I think. So it's a pretty light scan and it runs pretty fluidly. You scroll over here, you get the whole Google-ish, right? And then it's just a nice phone that I don't have any issues with, and I would highly recommend to anyone that's going to pick one up. Like I said, there's probably going to be a new one coming out pretty soon, because this is, I think, coming up on a year, being a year old. I'll have to check. Yeah, so the video's a year old. I don't know, July 19th. So yeah, it's almost literally a year. That's funny. July 19th. I didn't do that on purpose. I was just going to sell it because we kind of moved on to this A71. So yeah, it's just a great phone. Like, there's hard to... the camera could use a little improvement, I guess, and that's kind of standard of most... that's kind of indicative of most Motorola devices. You can see the little marks on the OtterBox where he's probably dropped it several times. But screen never cracked, it never had to be replaced. I don't know if that's a testament to the phone itself or that stupid liquid glass thing they put on there at T-Mobile. It hasn't any problem. I do think the design cue of having this little magenta button is pretty cool. I don't mind the camera bump. Yeah, when you wear this OtterBox on, you can't see that color, but that's to be expected with this big bulky case. If you had a smaller case, you could see it, of course. It does have a headphone jack, which is nice. It's USB-C, which is nice, and you preferred the audio on this to the...
It's way better.
It's way better than the Stylo, which you can see how abysmal those scores are. Is it better than this?
It's hard to tell because that has two speakers and this has one. So this, it seems quiet, but if you point it at you, then it's good. But if you're like watching it like a YouTube video, it's kind of hard to hear if you're in a...
So I think he still prefers the audio as far as like speakers go on the Revelry. One of the biggest complaints he had when I switched him from the Revelry to this Stylo was he said he didn't like the audio on as far as speakers go on the, because he always liked these a lot. These kids spend time with their phone on speaker mode. Like, I never do that. Like, I could hardly tell you what the speakers on my phone sound like. I'm gonna use quality headphones if I'm gonna listen to my phone audio, other than just playing like one or two videos or like a random item. As far as like just sitting and listening to music or video on there, I don't do that without headphones. But the children these days, these damn kids, that's what they do. He likes that. I don't see any purpose in it. But regardless, he says it's probably better than the A71. His ear is not, the best palette, I guess, for determining this. But the A71 just has one speaker, and this has stereo speakers, but he was always a big fan of this one. Alright, so again, I don't have a lot to add here. Just saying that the phone's great, and I highly recommend it. You should check it out. If this current one's on sale, it's probably well worth what it's costing. And if it is, the new one comes out, I'll probably check it out, assuming it's still going to be the Moto version as opposed to the TCL or CoolPad or whatever other versions they use for these REVVLRY phones. But this phone was a great investment. I really enjoyed it. Anytime I take this phone to use it every now and then, and I've always liked it as well. So I'm just a big fan of this phone, and I give it the big thumbs up, the hammer bruised thumbs up. Alright, thanks for checking me out. Leave me a comment, questions, and then I'll get back to you best I can. Alright, thanks.